Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And today is our grocery haul day. And we are doing our opening from Aldi because that's where we're going first. And then we'll let you see that. And then we're going to Walmart later. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Hey, squirrel. Yeah, it's a little chilly in Orlando today. So,
Well, little chilly. It's like 55 right now.
55 is a little chilly when you normally
Believe me, it
have
was
70s.
chilly at 7 o'clock this morning. I was out running at 43.
So I got my scarf on and hot coffee.
Hot coffee.
Anyway, we are going to Aldi's, and we are going to hopefully record a little bit in there. What we want to possibly capture for you is how we price compare among stores. We're doing a 2-week haul this week, and we knew that we didn't want to just go to Walmart for the 2 weeks worth because we would spend a little bit more on it there. So we're hoping to get some of the things that we need here in Aldi. We usually do Aldi maybe like once a month, maybe even a little bit less. But what we want to show you is how we price compare Aldi to Walmart while we're in the store.
Yep.
Because not everything at Aldi is going to be 100% cheaper than at Walmart. And so you have to learn how to price compare on unit cost. And so our challenge for showing this, and why we don't normally show, is normally I have my phone open to our grocery list, and Joel has his phone open to the Walmart app so that he can price compare. So he may have to do some going back and forth between our list, which is on our phone, and the Walmart app while I'm recording, because I won't be able to see the list. But either way, we want you to come along with us, see how we get the best deal at whichever store we go.
Yep.
So
there you go.
come along.
All right.
Okay, so we're starting with, I've already gotten some bananas because they're 41 cents per pound here, and in Walmart they're usually like 47 or something like that. And we're going to look at broccoli, which is $1.45 per pound, but is $1.11 per pound at Walmart. So we won't be getting broccoli here. Now we are looking at getting some mozzarella that's on our list, and Joel's taking out this app and looking at it on the Walmart app to see how much it costs. We think that we normally get a better deal on cheese here than we do there, and he is making sure. We can see, according to the sticker, it's $1.65 and it's 20.7 cents per ounce.
21 cents per ounce.
21 cents per ounce at Walmart. So, better deal to get the mozzarella here. We used to buy our tomato paste here, but every time we come, empty shelf. Okay, we are back from buying our Aldi's groceries. As you see, it wasn't a big haul. Just a lot of the things that we were looking for, they didn't have, or it actually turned out to be a better price. You saw some footage already that I inserted. That was some of the things that we found better priced at Aldi, and some that we found that were better priced at Walmart. And the idea there was just to show you that that's why you want to check your unit cost. Now, we're not saying that you need to go to a bunch of different stores every week. If you know that everything that you can buy at Aldi is available at Aldi, and you don't plan to go to more than one store, by all means, you're probably going to get a better deal by getting most of your groceries at Aldi. But if you know that there's something that you will not be able to get at Aldi, and you're going to have to go to a different store, why not price compare and make sure you're getting the best price at each store? Mm-hmm. So that's all we're saying, is sometimes we get better deals at Walmart on certain items we could get at Aldi, but it wasn't the best price. Because there are a few occasions when that's the truth. So let's talk about what we did buy. Cheese blocks like this, which we did show how we determined the unit cost of the mozzarella, was better at Aldi than at Walmart. Cheese is usually a really good price at Aldi, and it usually wins on that. So you'll see we got cheddar for a recipe, we got mozzarella for a couple of recipes, including homemade pizza that we do every Saturday. Parmesan cheese was a better price. And, you know, so always look, but more often than not, cheese is going to be a better price at Aldi than anywhere else. Our son, which by the way, I always say through the whole video, our son, and I never say his name. His name is Jacob. He wanted carrots this week. He doesn't love a lot of veggies, and the ones he does, he likes to be like raw veggies, like carrots and broccoli and stuff like that. And occasionally he'll want to dip it in ranch dip, and sometimes he'll just eat them straight. But he is not a fan of cooked veggies that much. But if he, hey, maybe carrots. This was actually something that we didn't need, but I'm kind of in the habit of anytime we go to Aldi, I go ahead and pick up a box of the wild rice mix because we do chicken and wild rice soup. And it's hard to find it at Walmart sometimes. They're sold out or whatever. And also, it's a better price at Aldi. So we do not have this in the menu plan this week or this 2-week period, but we're just going to have that in our pantry for the next time that we do. And the same thing with this butter. No, we didn't need it. It's a better price at Aldi, and so we decided to stock up so that we could have it as a backup in our refrigerator. So we have a recipe that's going to be, what's this one?
Baked ziti?
No. It was, we'll get to the recipes later. It called for a 45-ounce jar of pasta sauce, and since Aldi doesn't carry a jar that large, we got the 2 smaller ones. And I will say that it has been our experience that the organic pasta sauce at Aldi's is actually cheaper than the non-organic at Walmart. So that one is definitely a good deal, or at least it has been in the past for us. I'm still doing egg and banana pancakes. So we got 2 things of sour cream. Then we have, I think there was a new recipe to us that'll be a try something new. And if you don't know what I mean by that, is we do 2, it's our goal every month to do 2 new recipes. And for some reason we didn't do any the first 2 weeks. So now we're putting 2 in the last 2 weeks. And I think the one that this goes with is a cheeseburger soup. And then we got one other thing of sour cream in case our son decides he wants ranch dip with his carrots. And if you missed it last week, or a couple of weeks ago, I shared a ranch seasoning mix recipe on a shorts video that was on Friday on our Frugal Fit Friday videos. So be sure to check that out. You don't have to buy the packet. It's not that expensive. It's actually cheaper probably to make it at home, and you can avoid any of the packaged stuff that keeps it fresh, shelf stable. So the almond milk was slightly cheaper at Aldi than Walmart. And we actually didn't price compare this one, I don't think, but I'm pretty sure this was probably better priced at Aldi. It was only $4.49 per pound. And this also is going to be a try something new recipe. Okay, and the sweet potatoes actually is not a better deal at Walmart, I don't believe, was our opinion. But, is that right?
Yeah, but we didn't normally find good sweet potatoes this time of year.
That's right. We struggle to find good sweet potatoes at Walmart. So I looked at these and I thought they looked pretty good. So we went ahead and grabbed this bag, even though it's a little bit more expensive. The quality looks better. So sometimes I'm willing to do a little bit extra, not to have to sit there and go, oh, that one looks terrible, and oh, that one looks terrible. So that is all of the Aldi haul, and we'll be back in a little while with the Walmart haul. All right, we are back with our Walmart haul. Let's go ahead and get into it. These are our eggs, and you may be wondering why we did not buy eggs at Aldi. And they're regular conventional eggs, which we wish we could buy, cage-free, organic, but it's not in our budget right now. But there wasn't many of the dozen conventional eggs on the shelf at Aldi. But we had just decided, since there wasn't that many at Aldi, we would just get them at Walmart anyway. So that. One of our meals, we haven't done this in a while, but we're going to have pulled pork. And I don't know, basically, I mean, we used to only buy the pork unless it was $1 per pound or less, but it's getting to where it's kind of complicated to find that with prices right now. But we can still consider this a fairly good deal because we usually get about 3 or 4 meals out of this, at least. We make it one day in a slow cooker, and then we'll eat leftovers the next day, but then we always end up with more, like 2 or 3 more Ziploc bags full that we can put in the freezer for later. So we consider it a pretty good deal to get 3 or 4 meals out of just $10 plus the other stuff to make the pulled pork. So not a bad deal when you look at it that way. We are going to have a Low Country skillet and also the white bean spinach sausage soup. Takes this. I don't remember. Hopefully, because that's what we bought. We only bought one. Anyway, this is for probably the white bean spinach and sausage soup recipe or the Low Country skillet. And we'll see. We may end up having to buy some more. It's according to how much we put in the first recipe. And this is for the Low Country skillet. These are for the homemade pizzas that we make pretty much every Saturday. If you check the eye in the sky, you'll see that we've actually done a try something new before. That was a crock pot lasagna recipe, and we decided to make that again because it turned out really good. So that's what that's for. I am trying a new recipe for my breakfast foods this week, and it's I don't know, it was some kind of breakfast bake, but you put eggs, turkey sausage, and a ton of spinach and a bell pepper. It did call for a red one, which would have been so pretty in the dish, being all red and stuff, but they didn't have any red ones. And at Aldi, they had the multicolored ones, and I only needed one, and it was in one pack, so I didn't want to buy 3 bell peppers to have one. So we just bought the green one at Walmart. So it'll be all right. It's not going to be as pretty as it might would have been. We have garlic for various recipes, as always. Broccoli is for our stir-fried chicken and broccoli, which be sure to check our recipe list. The homemade pizza, the chicken and broccoli stir-fry, and the is that it? And the crock pot lasagna is all in our recipe list, and so you can see any one of those 3 recipes there. But anyway, as you saw in the our Aldi shot, this was cheaper at Aldi. Oh, and this was not available at Aldi. They did not have this. So I think that's it. The pulled pork was, they didn't have that at Aldi either, right? Not available there. And the only raviolis that we saw at Aldi was a really small, like 9-ounce container, and it was still like $3. So I think that was a really good deal there. So you have to watch for that stuff. Our son is into the pizza rolls. I don't know if they had that at Aldi or not. If we even thought about looking at it. Probably not, though. That's a brand name, so they probably didn't have it. At Aldi, they have their whole chickens for 95 cents per pound, and we knew they normally have a 2-pack that is 92 cents per pound at Walmart and Sam's Club. And so we were like, no, we're not gonna, we'll just wait and get one at Walmart. And they didn't have the 2-pack, but Joel did some searching around until he found this, and that would be So that's 75 cents?
70.
78?
Uh-huh.
78. I don't have my glasses on. 78 cents per pound. So even better. So there we go. This corn is for the Low Country skillet that we will have. Our son likes Pop-Tarts, and it's been a good 2 months, I think, since we bought him one of these cases here. But it's generally cheaper to buy the big, huge case of them than the individual boxes. Now, you may ask about Aldi, and Aldi just doesn't have these particular flavors, and he's picky.
He likes what he likes.
He likes what he likes. He's picky. Okay, and Joel got some creamer. And again, you may be wondering why we didn't buy that at Aldi. And the reason is that Joel just didn't like the flavor options. He prefers like just straight chocolate, and they didn't have any of that. So that's why. If you are interested in why Joel did not buy Clancy's cheese curls, then be sure to check the Eye in the Sky for a video where he did a blind taste test between Cheetos and Clancy's.
Yep. Clancy is the Aldi brand.
Yes, Clancy's is the Aldi's brand. I didn't say that, but that's correct. And Goldfish crackers, I don't remember if they have. I tend not to look very much at the snack foods in Aldi's, so I don't know if they had Goldfish crackers. No? Okay. So normally we buy him that big, huge carton of Goldfish crackers, and it lasts him for a couple of weeks. And they just didn't have his flavor. He likes what he likes, and he doesn't like any of those other flavors of Goldfish crackers. So we just bought him 2 of these. So hopefully that lasts him 2 weeks, because this was a 2-week haul. Last week, you may have seen this in our grocery haul, so I guess you're probably going to assume, if you watch our videos, that I did like this enough to buy it 2 weeks in a row. It tasted like, I could taste the veggies in the crust, but it wasn't overwhelming, and it was a little, flimsy, like a lot of the cauliflower crust and things like that. When you get it out, it just kind of bends a little bit. But other than that, it's probably the most flavorful frozen pizza I've ever had. But I don't like the price of it. It's a little too much. It isn't too much probably when you consider the quality, but it's just that I'm making Joel and Jacob their own pizzas, and I'm making this one, so it makes the amount we spent on groceries more than when I make homemade pizza. But unfortunately, if the only way I can replace the crust with a veggie crust is this, but it did make more than one meal for me. I didn't need the whole pizza, obviously. So, I'm eating it for lunches after the leftovers for lunches. So it hasn't gone uneaten or anything. It's not wasted. I got my ginger tea this week. They had that. And we needed some more rosemary. We were out of that. Again, this is one of those things that we talk about is, everybody says in bulk, buy in bulk. And what you don't hear a lot of people clarify is that if it's a spice or a seasoning that you don't use often, you should not buy it in bulk, because it will lose its freshness before you use it all. So this is something that we only use in maybe 2 or 3 recipes a month. So it would make no sense for us to buy a bulk size of this. So always know yourself well enough to know if you use rosemary in all your dishes, then it makes sense. If you don't use rosemary in all your dishes, then you're wasting your money if you buy the big, huge container. Of course, if you're in an area where you can go and just get the spices and buy, that has, what's that called? The bulk bins that you can just get a couple of ounces out at a time, you could do that. And you'd probably save money over that. But that's not available in Walmart or Aldi or anything like that. So, we needed some more tomato paste. We're going to be making the pulled pork. We also make homemade barbecue sauce for that. Be watching those shorts that I'm putting up, short videos that I'm putting up on Fridays, our Frugal Fit Friday videos. recently I've just been doing short little videos of me putting together seasoning blends, homemade recipes, and be watching. I will do the barbecue sauce coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed. I needed more honey for my tea. I have some. I just don't think it would last for 2 weeks. This was the best deal of the 100% pure unfiltered. You want to make sure you get them raw, unfiltered, and so this is what I got. And you want it to be 100% honey. I've gotten this one many times, so I knew it was a good one. And it's the best buy of the raw and unfiltered on Walmart shelves. And Joel got his pudding. We got flour, which again is unbleached. Remember, we talked about that on recipe back. You have the option of getting the unbleached flour and the all-purpose or bleached. And the difference is that bleached flour has been made completely white by chemical process. Unbleached has happened over time. It's slightly more expensive because it doesn't become ready for the shelves as fast as something that's been chemically changed, right? But because this happens naturally over time, they have to wait longer, so they charge you more for it. So, but not by much. It's just maybe 20, 30 cents or something. It's not a huge difference to me. But anyway, we use that to make homemade pieces and any other things that we call for flour. And since I can't afford organic flour right now of any kind. All right, so this would have been, okay, let's explain the reason why we didn't buy spinach at Aldi and why I can't show you that it was a better deal. Here we go. So at Aldi, the 5-ounce organic spinach is like $2.98, I think, for 5 ounces. Okay, so we needed more than 5 ounces. We needed probably close to a pound. And so we checked it, and as always, Walmart has a better price on a pound of spinach in one container than the small containers. So if you were doing 5 ounces of organic spinach at Walmart versus 5 ounces of organic spinach at Walmart, Aldi would win. But if you needed more than 10 ounces or more than 5 ounces and you were going to get 2 packs of organic spinach at Aldi, then Walmart wins because it's a whole pound of spinach for like $4.96. However, because we waited and we're going to get it at Walmart, and then we get there and they didn't have any organic spinach except the small containers, which are more expensive than Aldi's. But we needed more than 1 pound. So Joel got this, non-organic. I mean, he was just getting what he could for the price. But it's conventional, and we normally don't buy conventional spinach because it's on the Dirty Dozen list. I'll link that down in the description if you don't know what I mean, but the Dirty Dozen ones are the ones that have the most pesticides on it, and the Clean 15, I think is the name of it, is the ones that have the least. So normally we go with organic on spinach just because of that, but because they didn't have the pound size of organic spinach, we ended up with conventional, which actually is not that great a deal when you compare it to the organic, which is not even you can't exactly compare it because it's comparing apples to maybe one kind of apple to another kind of apple that's cheaper. I don't know. Anyway, so not apples to oranges because that's anyway. Anyway, so it's kind of hard to say that we got a better deal. I wouldn't say that we got a better deal by getting conventional because it's not as good quality spinach or not as good for you. But and that's only 11 ounces. It's not even a whole pound. So, but that was all we could do in that situation since we had already gone to Walmart. So. Anyway, that is the whole haul, and we will put on the screen how much we spent at both places and how much we have left on our budget for the month. Okay, now guys, here's our 2-week meal plan, and yes, 2 weeks. And be sure to vote for the recipe of the week. down in the comment section. Also, full disclosure, even though we have something planned for dinner tonight, we've already decided to eat out tonight. Sometimes we do that. And it will just push back the meal one more day. And that was supposed to be the stir-fried chicken and broccoli. And basically the reason why we decided to eat out tonight is because we didn't thaw the chicken out, and you have to marinate it. So, so if you don't have it thawed out completely at least 5 hours before you plan to eat it, then you have to go on to something else. We could have gone on to something else, but we've just decided to eat out instead, because we do that from time to time. We still have it in our budget. Okay, so that was that. The garlic butter steak and potatoes, which will be a try something new recipe for us, will be the next night, tomorrow night, and the stir fried chicken and broccoli will be probably. We're going to go to the parks, Universal Studios, on Tuesday, so that recipe is probably going to be bumped to Wednesday. So those two, and then we got white bean sausage spinach soup. The next night, we have a spatchcock chicken. If you'd like to see the spatchcock chicken recipe, I'll put a link to it in the eye in the sky. Hopefully I haven't used up. You only get 5. So hopefully I haven't done too many. If not, be sure to check the recipe playlist. Chicken baked ziti is going to be the next night, and that's going to use the leftover spatchcock chicken. So it's a good one to use as a fall over. We had leftovers planned for the next night, but because we're pushing things back, we may, in other words, a lot of these recipes may end up into the next week. We had homemade pizza for Saturday. That's our normal thing. Joel likes pizza the night before he does a long run. So that's why we normally do that. And then we have cheeseburger soup, which again is going to be a try something new recipe. So we'll be sure to record both of those so that y'all can see what we thought of those recipes. But you'll still have to vote for it, okay? Then into the next week, which we're probably already into the next week, will be Low Country Skillet, crock pot lasagna, chicken and rice casserole, which was actually a pullover from the week before that we never got to. It doesn't take any fresh produce in that particular recipe, so we just back that one up. It's one of the ones that we back up as much as possible if we need to. We have the pulled pork homemade pizza again the next Saturday, and then we had leftovers listed, which probably will be something that we didn't get to because we're pushing things into the next week and the next week. So, and then we may have a few meals that actually, run into the next month because we didn't get to them. As you can see, we pushed things back. So, but like I said, be sure to watch. If you follow us on Instagram, you can see exactly what we eat every day. We post what's for dinner on Instagram in our stories every single night. And also on Sunday, we've been posting a What's for Dinner where we do a compilation of everything that we've eaten during the week. So be sure to subscribe so that you can catch that. It's a shorts video, meaning it's less than 1 minute long. So you can check it there, and then you'll know exactly what these recipes look like when you vote for the recipe of the week video. So be sure to do that.
All right, that's right. Vote for that recipe of the week. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for updates from us when we post new videos at least 3 times a week. And you can get more content from us. And sometimes we'll throw in a surprise one every now and then. You never know. So don't forget to do all of that. Comment below, let us know what you're eating this week, and maybe some recipes you're doing, or if you tried one of ours, let us know that and how it turned out. So I think that's going to do it today for the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And don't forget it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.